1959 Chevrolet Impala, the story of the legendary Batwing. Chapter 1. A legend born from panic. 18 months. That's all the time General Motors needed to create the most radical automobile in Chevrolet's history. It all began in 1957 when Chrysler unveiled their Forward Look lineup. These new cars featured smooth lines and tall tail fins that looked like something from the future. GM's engineers were shocked. Their 1958 models seemed bulky and outdated by comparison. The company made an unprecedented decision to slash the 3-year development cycle down to just 18 months. For a traditionally conservative corporation, this was a true breakthrough. The result was the 1959 Chevrolet Impala, a car with massive tail fins shaped like bat wings, a design that still sparks debate and admiration to this day. Chapter 2. Clash of the Titans, Harley Earl versus Ed Cole. The creation of the 1959 Impala became the final masterpiece of legendary designer Harley Earl. He headed GM's design department and was known for his pursuit of drama. But behind the scenes, a real creative battle was unfolding between Earl and chief engineer Ed Cole. Earl personally visited the studio where clay models were being shaped. He constantly deepened the tail fins, making them more and more dramatic. Ed Cole, meanwhile, worried about practicality and aerodynamics. He tried to soften the design's extremes, concerned about safety and functionality. This confrontation wasn't hostile. Rather, it was a dance between two geniuses. The result was the famous bat wings, fins that extended 25 centimeters beyond the rear bumper, a shape with no equal in automotive history. Chapter 3. Secrets of Platform Engineering. Behind the Impala's impressive exterior lay an unexpected truth. It was one of the first large-scale examples of platform engineering in GM's history. Due to the shortened development timeline, the company maximized parts commonality between brands. The Impala shared front doors, windshield, roofline, and even the floor pan with Buick, Oldsmobile, and Pontiac of the same year. Each brand received unique front and rear styling, but the underlying structure remained shared. This decision saved millions of dollars and got the cars to market on time. Later, this approach became a problem. In the 1980s, it earned the name badge engineering when models from different brands became too similar. But in 1959, the strategy worked. The Impala became Chevrolet's best-selling model that year, despite the shared architecture. Chapter 4. Technical Perfection. Under the sleek body, beneath the Impala's long hood lay an impressive range of engines. The base was a 3.9-liter inline-six producing 135 horsepower. This wasn't enough for a car weighing 1,800 kilograms. Most buyers chose a V8. From the base 4.6-liter version with 185 horsepower to the top fuel-injected ramjet variant, it produced between 250 and 290 horsepower. The most exotic option was the 5.7-liter big block with 3 two-barrel carburetors. Power reached 335 horsepower. 1959 was the last year fuel injection was offered for full-size Chevrolets. The technology proved too expensive and complex to maintain. Most buyers preferred cheaper and more powerful carbureted options. By 1960, ramjet disappeared from the options list. Chapter 5. Interior, where style meets ergonomics. The 1959 Impala's interior was as revolutionary as its exterior. Following the lower, longer, wider philosophy, engineers placed the seats practically on the floor. This created a deep seating position reminiscent of a sports car. Young buyers loved it, but it created problems for elderly drivers and women in skirts. Getting out of such a low seating position was a real challenge. The steering wheel had an unusual shape. It wasn't completely round, with a flat bottom segment. This made entry easier and provided a better view of the instrument panel. A tall center console dominated the cabin. The dashboard was styled in a space-age theme with chrome trim and three-dimensional gauges. But this ergonomics didn't receive universal approval. GM received numerous complaints. By 1961, the company raised the seating height, making entry and exit more comfortable. Chapter 6. Aerodynamic Dilemma. Fins that could take flight. The most controversial feature of the 1959 Impala was its massive tail fins. They extended so far rearward that they created real aerodynamic problems. Wind tunnel tests showed that at high speeds, the rear axle experienced lift, which could cause loss of traction. GM's solution was in the spirit of the 1950s. In a technical bulletin, the company recommended owners add weight to the trunk, sand or spare weights. Some police departments that used Impalas went further. They installed spoilers or even drilled holes in the fins to improve aerodynamics. Later, GM quietly reinforced the convertible's structure. The company added cross braces and steel pads instead of rubber bushings, but only for the drop-top versions. These reinforcements added nearly 90 kilograms of weight, but they made the car safer at high speeds. Chapter 7. Advertising Campaign. Selling the American Dream. Chevrolet spent astronomical sums promoting the 1959 Impala. The company turned the car into a cultural phenomenon. Advertising materials emphasized not just technical specifications, but emotional connection. The Impala was positioned as a car for dreamers. Print ads featured happy families in front of new suburban homes, young professionals blazing trails into the future. Even politicians. In Australia, the Prime Minister and top officials rode in right-hand drive Impalas. The name Impala, an African antelope, was no accident. Marketers wanted to associate the car with an image of a fast, graceful, and powerful animal. The advertising budget included TV show sponsorships, movie placements, and massive campaigns in Life and Look magazines. It worked. The Impala became not just a car, but a status symbol of the era. Chapter 8. Cultural Phenomenon. From Movies to Music. The 1959 Chevrolet Impala quickly crossed the line from transportation to culture. For the first time, the Impala appeared not only as a coupe and convertible, but also in family versions. The four-door sedan and hardtop expanded the audience. The car became a star of movies, TV shows, and rock and roll. In 1963, the Beach Boys released the song "Shut Down," which mentioned an Impala with ramjet injection, turning a technical feature into legend. In Australia and Canada, the Impala sold for Cadillac prices. It was positioned as a premium alternative to Mercedes-Benz and Jaguar. This was the first time a mass-market American car achieved status as an international symbol of luxury. Even decades later, in 2009, the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety crash-tested a 1959 model against a modern Chevrolet Malibu. The goal was to demonstrate progress in safety. This put the Impala back in the headlines. Chapter 9. Evolution and Legacy. Why 1959 was unique. The year 1959 became a turning point not just for the Impala, but for all of Chevrolet. It was the final year of Harley Earl's reign. By 1960, the design became more restrained. By 1961, the Impala adopted a conservative, boxy style. Many 1959 innovations, such as fuel injection, were canceled. They proved too complex and expensive. However, some decisions like platform engineering became the foundation for decades to come. The 1959 Impala became the starting point for the legendary SS version. It appeared in 1961 and turned into a muscle car icon. Most importantly, this car showed that Chevrolet could take risks. The company could stake its reputation on bold design. This inspired future generations of engineers and designers, from the 1967 Camaro to modern electric concepts. Chapter 10. Why the 1959 Impala matters today. 67 years later, the 1959 Chevrolet Impala remains one of the most recognizable classic cars. For collectors, it's not just a car, it's an investment that appreciates year after year. Original convertibles in good condition sell for $100,000 and up. Rare fuel-injected versions command even higher prices. But the true value of the 1959 Impala is its place in history. It's a symbol of American boldness, optimism, and innovation. A reminder of a time when the auto industry could create something radical in just 18 months, something that still inspires admiration today. For modern enthusiasts, the 1959 Impala is more than just retro. It's proof that design can be bold and technologies can be ahead of their time. A car that reminds us, sometimes the best ideas are born under the most intense pressure.